welcome to my channel, The Way to Succulents, one day one succulent sharing time. Let's have a look what I got. Look at these guys, aren't they cute? You may say, wait, where did you get these? It's not that hard actually. Spring is the best time to hunt for succulents. Go to the local nurseries or even the big box company, they have like succulents. They don't really distinguish them as exotic or rare from the standard one, but I know these are quite rare. You don't really find them easily. But I liked it, I got them. The Latin name for it is Adromichus cooperi. Adros means thick, mischos means stem. That means same stem. That's true. Look. In that situation, it's not really like a thick stem, it's a thick foliage. But this genus have the similar feature, thick stems. And its base name is named after James Graham Cooper. He is an American naturalist and surgeon. These cute guys are originally from South Africa. Exactly, it's the eastern cape of South Africa. So definitely it's not hardy. It's a winter dormant plant. Winter time, take them inside. It can handle some low temperature with under freezing line, but not much. 25 Fahrenheit, which is -4 degrees centigrade. Otherwise, when you grow in the indoor in the winter time, the ideal temperature for it is 12 degrees centigrade, around 54 by Fahrenheit. It still needs facing light, so give it a sunny spot even during the dormant season. And when to water it, it seems like I say, in the winter time, water them sparingly. When the leaves really have wrinkles, shrinks, and then that means they are thirsty and start water them. Otherwise, leave them alone. The growing season is from spring to autumn. That's the time you can just water them as you water most of the succulents. It does love sunlight. Otherwise, these darker spots wouldn't show. It would be quite elongated. It wouldn't like pretty. So I would suggest you to just give it a really good sunlight, not direct, as I always say, indirect good sunlight. They don't grow really tall, 4 inches, which is 10 centimeters. That's the maximum height. And it wouldn't grow really wide. It's just grow like from the bottom. You see there are some new grow. It just become like denser and denser. But these are baby ones. The really aged ones, they will grow like a small tree. If you want to repot a succulent, the easy way is just keep pushing the planter, the pot, especially like this plastic one. I'm sure the ceramic one, the porcelain one, you couldn't. Just keep pushing and then give it a good massage. When the soil is really like loose, you can just pour it out. So you can see for the baby succulents, you see like let's go through the soil. You don't see really like a gravel or sand, this type of thing. It's perlite and some organic matters. And also we see the little tiny roots are growing out. In a lot of nurseries, when they grow, actually they coat it with a layer of fabric. You can look, see that is coated by a layer of fabric. Eventually, actually, it will just decay, rot. And you may say, wait, should I just leave it there or should I just tear it open? If you want your succulents to grow bigger and faster during the growing season, I will say, always say growing season, you can get rid of this fabric, kind of like a human being. If you hold their arms they couldn't do anything. These roots are their arms, so if you get them free, and then they can just grow like further, they can get more water nutrients. So that's how I do suggest you to take the fabric off if you want it to grow bigger. But if you want to say, oh, I want to grow in a smaller pot, I don't want to change it yet, yeah, it doesn't matter, you can just leave it there. And then when we get that part, like I said, I'm not planning to rip out it, but I'm doing something silly. Even though I'm busy, I'm still doing something silly. How do we propagate? This is really amazing part. You can just take one piece of the leaf from the knot, really the bottom of the knot off, and then get it fully callous, lay on the surface of the soil, and then eventually it will take quite a good month to propagate, grow with new plants. These tiny little ones, I will just leave them alone. And there was a little tiny piece fall off from the mother plant, and it was sitting in the soil. It was sitting in the soil, and you see the tiny little roots is forming, and you can just put it back into soil, and the root will go into the soil and establish a new plant. Since I already have over 6,000 plants, it doesn't hurt to have one extra one. So I will take some leaves off and do some propagation. Oh, I heard that guy. Look, when I was taking the video, I kind of broke one piece of foliage off. Not really from the bottom of the foliage, the knot. It should be okay. And another piece I want to take off is, you see there is a root. I trace back where it is, and then it turned out to be this piece is growing with new roots, so I'm taking that off. I took that guy off, but unfortunately the root didn't come off with it. So it doesn't matter, because it's, like I said, from really the knot of the plant. So it's really healthy piece, and it will propagate really well. Let's compare with these two. You see this guy, I didn't really get it from the knot. It's kind of cut from here, but I will give it a go. As another hint I would like to share about when you do the propagation, you could only take at most 1/3 of the whole mother plant for the propagation. It's like when we do the pruning of a tree, you could only cut 1/3 off at most at a time. So don't overdo it. I will take another piece. It's good if we have a knife, but right now I don't have a knife, so I use my nail. It's my natural knife. Yeah, I cut another piece off, so I will just get them propagate. For this piece here, I will let it sit and then get a planter and replant it. Oh, by the way, that's what's the flower like. What do you think? Thank you for watching my video. Hopefully it's useful to you too. If you like, please give us a thumb up and share with others. In next video, I will share this another topic called Adromischus.